Every year, we make New Year's resolutions, and most of them are around weight loss. Because you want to lose weight and you see all these weight loss challenges and you sign up for challenge. What happens? You get tons of these messages regarding the challenge every single day. You're not prepared for it and you're overwhelmed with the challenges. You don't know where to start. So what do? You drop off of the challenge. You're not paying any attention to that. How can you incorporate a healthy way of living? That way you can still meet the goal of weight loss and planning that every single day and slowly make that into a habit. Hey, change makers, are you ready to transform into a healthy and a happy you? I am Rajitha Bommakanti, registered nurse, national board certified health and wellness coach, faith-based community nurse, culinary coach, and founder of Healthy You Lifestyle Center. If you want to develop healthy habits for life, one step at a time, then click the red subscribe button and the bell icon now. In order to help us understanding how we can incorporate healthy habits, healthy tips as we are going through the weight loss challenge, we have invited Anna Macos. She is a nutritionist. She is a master of science in integrative nutrition. Not just in nutrition, she is well versed. Anna is into yoga, Chinese medicine, and she is a certified massage therapist. But for today, we are going to talk to Anna, and she is going to help us how to incorporate simple, healthy tips into our daily life when we are busy so that we can still eat healthy and lose that weight. As we are running around every day, but we want to lose weight, we have these, goals to lose weight, but we want to be healthy. We don't have time and we don't know how to do it because these messages after signing up for the challenges have been very overwhelming. So in order to explain that, we have Anna here. Welcome, Anna.
Hi, Rajitha.
Hello. Can you explain to us how can we eat healthy and keep our meal plans simple because we are all very busy running around? What is that we can do to keep ourselves healthy and sane so that we can pack healthy lunches every day for all our meals?
Got it. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on today. So, as Rajitha and I were talking about this, we both live very busy lives. And the tips that I've come up with that I've noticed really help when working with my own clients and even my own schedule is the first tip is to just really create a schedule or reminders for you to eat and hydrate. Drinking water is probably one of the hardest things for us to do. And if we're not mindful of it, we can easily miss it. Plan in there the times that you're going to drink water, when you're going to eat, and set those reminders until it becomes a habit or a consistent practice for you to know that, oh, this is the time I'm going to drink water. This is the time that I eat. The second tip is, when you're looking at losing weight or what food plan should you follow, when you pick one, just choose one, right? And in that food plan, typically there's a section on what to eliminate. So a lot of times, say on an elimination diet, there's many things you have to eliminate: sugar, gluten, soy, processed foods, fast foods, fried foods, soda, caffeine, alcohol. When you choose a challenge to do, be realistic. Are you going to choose one thing? You're going to choose all of them, or just choose three? And my suggestion is, if you're going to choose one, say sugar's often a big one, just choose that one for the week, right? So you're going to eat how you eat, and then you're going to eliminate one food that's known to cause inflammation at a time. My third tip is in preparation. So not just meal planning, but prepare how you're going to eat each week. So decide, like, am I going to prepare my meals this week, or what do I have coming up this week? Should I look at already prepared meals, because you're not going to have time, during the week to either prepare dinner. And there's a list there of different services, from freeze-dried plant-based foods that all you have to do is add hot water, to actual meal planning services where you can pick the foods that you want to eat that week, to everything in between, where you can have all of the ingredients sent to you and you can prepare. There's so many different kinds, and I think this is often the miss. We live very, very, very busy lives, and just trying to figure out what's going to work best. Am I realistically going to prepare every meal for the week? Me, myself, maybe, maybe not. Would it be helpful if I had things that were already prepared for me, like say for lunch when I'm at work, just so that I already have it, I don't have to think about it, and it's there, and I don't allow myself to get hungry, and then I go, to the closest fast food restaurant, grab something because I'm hungry. That's what we want to avoid. So preparation is key. My fourth tip is accountability. So it's so much easier when you do the challenge with someone, right? So to share your experiences, to hold each other accountable, to just really find someone that you can share every part of the experience with, right? All of your wins, your challenges. So I invite you to invite a family member, a coworker, or a friend to join you, to hold you accountable. Or if it's not someone who's practicing with you, find someone just to hold you accountable and say, hey, here are the things I'm going to be doing for the next month, and I need you to check in with me, whether it's daily or weekly, to see where you're at with what your goals are, with the food challenge that you're on. And tip 5, remember, practice makes permanent. So oftentimes we take on a food plan or a challenge, and then midway we forget and we ate something or we didn't do something, and then we get discouraged, and then we decide, oh, I'll just start again later, right? Just acknowledge what you missed and pick up where you left off and choose one action. So if it's overwhelming that you've eliminated like 5 different food groups, right? Go back to the one. And I always say, go back to sugar. Sugar's a big one, right? Okay, let me just get back to just eliminating sugar. And then after that, it's like, all right, I got that. Let me take on this other practice, right? So even if your challenge is a 30-day challenge and your 30 days are up, like, you want to just practice all of the tips that are in that food challenge and continue to practice that. So, oftentimes we do a food plan and it's a 30-day challenge, but a lot of times, the food plan that you choose becomes part of your practice. There's going to be parts of that food plan that you're like, oh, I like that, I'm going to continue with that, right? Or maybe you won't eliminate sugar permanently, but you'll know when you start feeling a certain kind of way, like, okay, let me go back to eliminating sugar for a few days and see how I feel. And tip 6, the big one, celebrate all your wins, even the small things, right? If you drank a glass of water today and you didn't drink one yesterday, like, celebrate that win. It all matters. And at some point, you'll be able to drink all the water you're supposed to drink, which is half your body weight in ounces. You'll be able to eat the way you want. And all of these steps is what it takes to get to your healthy weight goal, right? There's a lot that goes into it, especially as we age, we're in our 40s. It's not as simple anymore just to do a 30-day challenge, work out, and lose weight. It takes a little bit more than that. And it's a lifestyle practice that we need to develop for ourselves. And so those are my 6 tips to keep it simple, help support you on any food plan that you choose.
Thank you, Anna. That was very, very helpful. So, what I heard you say is plan, plan, plan ahead of time. That way, you're not caught off guard. Like the other day when I was at work, I had my meal, but that wasn't enough for me. I was really hungry. So, the easiest thing was to go to the vending machine and get it. And there you go. I was just totally caught off guard because I didn't have enough food with me. So when you're hungry, we just gravitate to things that we really don't want to include in our meal for that day. And then I heard you say, okay, so I messed up. So what do I say? I messed up. That's it. It's gone. And you said, no, you messed up that one day. That's okay. You just pick it up again the next day where you left off.
Yeah.
Right? Is that what I'm hearing you say? And, the accountability piece. Because if we don't have anybody, along with us, taking us along, then it's easy to get dropped off someplace. We get overwhelmed, we get tired, I'll forget it, I'll do it some other time. So that's another big one that I heard you say. And celebration. Tell me about celebration. Okay, let's say I am saying, okay, no sugar. So I did really good for a whole week. Do I deserve a candy bar?
I don't know about a candy bar, but maybe like a delicious plant-based dessert, right? It has all the things like carrot cake, right? So you could have the carrot cake that's, really high quality ingredients, something like a treat like that. It's still in the world of healthy, and it tastes good, right?
Yeah, thank you.
You work so hard to
Yes, I did. That way, that's something I can look forward for.
Right.
After a week or two that I was consistent in my plan, what I was doing. And how about if I'm the only one doing this in the house? The rest of the family is not. And all around me, I have all this food that I can get tempted. How do I go about that?
Well, let's see. I've had a few clients who are that way, and either it's they let their family know, like, hey, this is what I'm doing. I need your support because these foods over here that are here, I don't want to eat those, right? And I need you guys to help me not eat those for the 30 days, right? And for some it works. Like they know that their parent, most of the time it's the parent, is doing a special food plan. What I hear from my clients is sometimes it's really hard to sit there with the family and eat something different, and they push through, right? But again, it's all about just really setting yourself up. Okay, so my kids are going to have pasta, right? And so and if I chose not to eat dairy, it's like, all right, well, what am I going to have? So I could do chickpea pasta and I could get the protein, right? So it's just certain ingredients are different. Trying to minimize like cooking 2 different meals completely. That's another option, is to like, okay, well, what am I making for them and what is similar for myself that still falls in the line of the food plan that I'm on. Things like that, just it's all about choice, right? And so sometimes I have some clients that are like, I'm not making 2 meals, so everyone's on it with me. But they say the best option is when you have food in the house that don't fit the food plan. For the moment, like take them from the pantry and put them, in a container, put them somewhere else so that you're not tempted. That's usually the easiest and best way. But sometimes, if you're in a household with other people, you might have to kind of move it to an area where you're like, all right, that's the stuff I'm not going to access. It's just the stuff over here is what I'm going to use. So there's a lot of creative ways. But it's really, a lot of times it's just letting everybody know in your family, like, this is what I'm doing for 30 days. And I need your support. Right.
Yeah, I like it if I can include the rest of the family. So it's like one meal. I don't have to worry about what I'm making for them and, asking them, hey, don't bring this food. I'm not on it. It's easy for me not to get tempted. Um, right. And then the big pieces, it's not just for 30 days or however long you sign up for a challenge. It is a lifestyle change. You just have those days to incorporate them into your life, into your daily routine, and then slowly make that a lifestyle.
Yep. And with that, it's like, consider these 30-day challenges. It's like an opportunity to reset, right? It's like, oh, let me try that, right? Like, if I decided I want to just eat plant-based for a while, let me try a 30-day plant-based food challenge, just to see, like, how does my body feel? Because I think that's where we sometimes forget. We get into a routine, we eat what we eat. Sometimes we don't eat, and then we forget what it feels like when we're actually eating healthy food, right? When we're getting enough of the non-starchy vegetable servings that we need. Like, we forget those things, like, oh yeah, like, I have more energy. Oh, I feel more clear. Like, I can focus. Right. And so I think those are the things that we forget. And so when we see these challenges, especially now, it's the beginning of the year, health and wellness is on everybody's mind. Like, what am I going to do this year? Right. Think about, like, all right, what am I going to do for this month? Which challenge am I going to pick? Right. And you take from those challenges things that you want to include in your practice. And it's a practice, so it can change. And so I think those any food plan and any challenge, I'm like, okay, this is an opportunity to experience something different, an opportunity to reset, and all of it is working towards, healthy weight management, right? It's not just these two things I'm going to do all the time. It's like, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah, thank you for that. So it's all about setting that intention, being consistent with it, and really understanding after you eat, how do you feel? How do you feel? Because most of the time we are eating in a rush. As you're driving, you're trying to eat,
Mm-hmm.
and you're watching TV or working and you're eating. So we're not paying attention to how it feels. Thank you. Thank you for that, to helping us understand that we do need to pay attention to our food when we are eating, have that full attention. So that way we can tell how are we feeling. So if you feel good, we are going to continue doing it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Very true. If it feels good, you're going to continue it. So
Right.
it's
Okay.
important to note.
Yep. Thank you very much, Anna, for your time and for the wonderful tips. And the tip sheet that you have, it will be in the under the description section. You can just download that. And before we close off, Anna, if somebody wants to get in touch with you, how can they contact you?
Oh, let's see. The easiest way, I can add something to the tip sheet. And then you can also go to two websites. So www.consciousmed.co and or www.restorehealthyflow.com.
I am your faith based holistic coach. Until next time, plan, have somebody holding you accountable, and celebrate every single win.